Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Oh my gosh, you guys, it has been a ride. It has been a ride. Are you guys having fun yet? This is so exciting for me. I have been closely watching the charts because I'm super excited to see what is going to happen with this price action that we have. So anyway, I want to get started and say hello to everyone we have in the chat here. I have DJ and Brian. I have Mike. I have Blocky. I have Doom. What's up, Doom? Jake the Crypto Snake. Hello. You're just here for the like button? Meg, beautiful Meg. And Jesse Gluck. Wow, you guys have it packed in here today. Hello, Jesse. Saying hi to Brian. I saw him earlier in one of the other chats we were in. So, hello. Oh, Poe Man is here. And Jacob. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is crazy. You guys have me so excited now. I am absolutely hyped. Is there anyone I forgot? I don't think so. I think I got oh, Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry. Is it Lowry? Like Lowry's seasoning. It's like one of my favorite seasonings. You guys, I cook a mean steak. I like to do steak on a cast iron skillet. That is like my jam. And I season it real good. And then you cook it like, you get the pan really hot before you put the steak on it. And then you just like, cook it is, I don't know, like 6 minutes on each side, if even that, depending on like how pink you like it. But yeah, I cook a mean steak. I have not cooked a steak. And usually when I put my steak on the timeline, it's like an easy 1,000 impressions because all the guys in crypto, they like a mean steak. And I cook an impressive steak, you guys. I hope everybody is having a great day. Yeah, so I guess I didn't prepare too much of a monologue, so let's just get right into it. Alrighty, you guys. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I feel like it's deja vu because yesterday when we logged in, and we looked at the screen together, we had just bounced off of 82. And what happened? We bounced off of 82. We're not quite as low as we were yesterday. So, but we are low still. We've recovered back and we're hovering around 83,000 per Bitcoin. So yeah, the sentiment is super bearish. And I think I titled this about the fear greed index. We're like at a 10. We're at 10, you guys. This is crazy. So Bitcoin is oversold. We're just hovering here, waiting to see what happens. Now, of course, we are nearing the end of February, and March is when they're going to start doing the tariffs. So we are inching closer and closer to tariff time. Oh my gosh, there's more comments coming through. And ETF sellers, yes. Yes, in fact, yesterday I was saying, in our Gokhshtein media chat that Bitcoin ETF holders, there's a lot of sell pressure and the BlackRock and Grayscale and everybody's like liquidating Bitcoin. But here's what you have to think about. They were accumulating super cheap Bitcoin, you guys. They were pushing the price down. I know, that's Poe Man is so right. What I said, he said they're a bunch of paper hands. In the G Media chat, you guys, I said retail's such a bunch of paper hands, toilet paper hands. They're toilet paper hands. So yes, I'm with you there. They are definitely liquidating. So, but think about it. Grayscale, BlackRock, they drove the price of Bitcoin up. They were trying to accumulate low. They were artificially pushing the price down. And so when the ETF approvals came through, what was the price of Bitcoin? It was 100,000. So everybody, all of retail, they're upside down. They're upside down like 20%. They're scared. And if they're new to crypto and they're not used to the volatility, they're terrified. They're not buying the dip. They're not buying the dip. No, they're selling. And Grayscale's having to sell. But they bought in super low. So them selling at 83,000 to CYA on their withdrawals because the toilet paper hands of retail can't handle a little shakeout. Yeah. But so the other thing is too, is that like, there's not as much money flowing into the market. Like they're struggling. But what I love is like, everybody keeps talking about the price of eggs and the price of eggs being related to like inflation. Yeah. Eggs are a little high, but it's more due to the bird flu. And they were like, so I guess what I had read was that with the type of bird flu and the way that it would typically work is they would just unalive all of the birds. And so I think Trump was trying to do something with agriculture to not kill off. Oh, I should have said unalive all of the birds. So anyway, I find that interesting, but I love eggs, you guys. Protein is good. Protein is good. Are you stinking up my chat, Po Man? I love you guys. I love my guys. I added all of my my mods to my group chat. And it was fun to have like the flood of new people come in there yesterday. So let's take a look at Solana, because Solana is continuing to lose traction. And I'm wondering if when we see this bit of a pullback, if we're just going to see if Bitcoin this time, when it rallies, it's going to take all of the altcoins with it. Like, I feel like alt season is just right around the corner. So if you have a lot of faith in Solana, 130 Solana, 136 Solana is not a bad price. So, yes, I still agree with you, Jesse. I think that Solana is going to continue to go down. And I am just sitting on my hands right now, you guys, because I almost have a feeling that the tariffs are going to go through. And I think that they're going to try and call Trump's bluff, and he's going to push the Yeti's here. Hello, Yeti. Oh, and Stay Winning. Hello, guys. Thanks for being here. I think Trump is going to let the tariffs go through, you guys. What do you think? Do you think he's going to let it go through, or do you think that people are going to kind of, go with what Trump is asking? So, and I don't know, they talk about like border security being the whole thing that they're trying to protect. And I do agree that border security is some of it, but I think there's other things that they're mulling over. So Suburban. Oh, I haven't seen Suburban. Suburban's in here. Hold on. There's a lot of people in here, you guys. You guys are making me excited. Suburban, I was in his space yesterday. Was it yesterday? It must have been the day before. He does a lot with real world assets, and he was talking about the BitX miner, and a couple of the BitX miners have mined some blocks, and they have had some pretty significant payouts. And I was going to DM you, Suburban, about the BitX miner, because I would like to try one. Yeah. Even though it's Bitcoin Cash, crypto is crypto. So here's the other thing too, you guys, is what should I do with my Pi coin? Because I have quite a bit, and I didn't realize that Pi was going for as much as it is. So, but you have to KYC for it. And there's people saying that, perhaps that was a hack of some sort to KYC. So I'm kind of on the fence about whether I KYC and take the risk or what. So I got into Pi when I read what the white paper and what it was about. It's out of Stanford, and it was their sort of blockchain experiment project. And so anyway, DJ Brian says rubbish, just KYC. And so we were all mining Pi. I had it on a laptop and I had it on a phone at the time. And so I think I still have that phone somewhere. So I at least I know I have the wallet backed up in 2 different places. So, but yeah, right now I think it's trading at like $2 and some change. And so, yeah, I have almost 1,000 because I was sitting there mining it. I was so hardcore about crypto at the time that it was like anything I could do to get extra crypto, I was doing it. And so now it's like, yeah, so I don't know. I'm interested to try it out. So I'll hit you up in the DMs. So yeah, I'm excited about it. And as you guys know, I have this other miner back here too. But I don't have the PSU board for it yet. All right. ADA has dropped down, is currently at 62 cents. And it is oversold, you guys. So this one is down probably about 25% from where it was hovering at. It didn't quite hit $1 before. It was up a little bit. But anyway, that has also retraced pretty heavily. You guys, and if you guys have not done much on the Cardano ecosystem, I love the dApps that they have built out on Cardano. You guys know I'm a huge, huge fan. I have a Vesper wallet, and the Vesper wallet is one of my favorite wallets in all of crypto to use, just because it's so fun to purchase the coins through that app. Like when in Phantom, Phantom makes that little sound, that bling noise whenever you make a purchase. But the Vesper wallet, whenever you're making the purchase, it's just, I don't know, it's just cute. It's cute and I like it. So isn't that funny? Like you could just make gamification of purchasing these coins, and like I bet it would onboard like so many normies. Because it's just like, the more dumbed down it is and the more like fun you make it like a video game to purchase. And speaking of video game, essentially that's what Quantum Hosky is trying to do. It's trying to do the gamification of blockchain and crypto. So what they would do is, like, if they had like SNEC is a meme coin on Cardano. It's just been listed, I think, on Kraken, like a tier 1 exchange. And so anyway, in that game, you will be able to see the SNEC, or whatever little meme coin character is integrated in. And if you go over and like say you like beat it up or whatever, all these coins come out and you're accumulating those tokens in real time. So it's just interesting to me because it's, I kind of see that this is where people could make money in crypto, and it would be fun. And like, I would love, oh my gosh, I'm not huge into gaming, but if I knew if I was gaming and earning money, and there actually is, you guys, I think it's called on Bitcoin, they have that, oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a little Game Boy. And you can play and earn, and then you can also mine on that as well. But those were like, I think they were like $700, and they were back ordered for, months and months and months. So anyway, I'm just telling stories now, you guys. My coffee's good. I've had a lot of coffee, had my purple vitamin. You guys, and I got a new Bitcoin light. Do you guys like my light? Super excited about it. Ethereum has retraced down to 2,260. Let's take a look at Link. Link was also down to 14, which is low. I mean, it's just below 15. But let's be real here. This is one that we know is so widely used and is actively working in government to get legislation passed. So I like Link, you guys. I do want to buy more Link. And then we've got Dogecoin, which is just sitting at 20 cents. It actually held kind of strong, you guys. It did dip down to 19, but it popped back up. What's interesting to me is everybody is talking about like OG memes again. Like people are talking about Doge, and people are talking about Pepe. They're buying Pepe again. And it was funny because it was actually in a Solana space, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're buying Pepe." And on Solana, you can really degen, and it's super cheap. You can buy and sell tokens. It's super cheap and easy. And on Ethereum, whenever there's like a parabolic run or like a lot of stuff going on the blockchain, it gets super congested. It makes it hard for your purchases to go through. And so that's kind of more or less why people have migrated over to Solana, because it's fast and cheap. They want it quick and dirty. They want to blow and go. Oops. Anyway, no, you know what, guys? My wonderful people in here, I think it was Doom was having a space yesterday, and I was in the space, and I don't know what they were talking about because I had turned the phone down low, and then I went to go make my kids dinner, and I got a message back, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, we apologize for Doom," and it cracked me up because I could only imagine what they were saying in the space, but it takes a lot to offend me, guys. I grew up with brothers. I'm a middle child with an older and younger brother. And so between having an older and younger brother, I was like fully exposed to, how guys are. It's fun. It's fun. Let me pull up a couple more charts here because I have not looked at them. I heard Doom is wild. Pepe chart. Okay. Pepe has not gone down into the sevens again. And look at this bullish here. 88% of people are bullish. So I liked it more in the sevens, and I think it could dip down. You guys, so here's what I'm thinking. If we have the tariffs going through, and this doesn't, if this doesn't pan out and tariffs go through, the market is going to respond very, very negatively. And I think we could go down further. And if we do, the liquidity I have on the side is like ready to go for that. It is ready to go for that. And then let me look at dog on Bitcoin. And this one too, you guys, it like touched the tip of 0019 and has retraced back and has just sat in the twos. But this is funny. Look at on the community sentiment, the people are less bullish on this. And this one is just tricky because Rune's technology is super clunky. It's super clunky. If you guys have ever done anything with runes, or if you haven't, with Bitcoin inscriptions, a lot of that is over on Magic Eden. I have some inscriptions and runes and things like that, coins. I had a lot of fun exploring the whole Bitcoin ecosystem. For me, when I first went to, I think it's IRL Alpha. I don't know if it's still around anymore, but it was in Venice Beach. And I used to go to the podcast studio there, and they're all like Bitcoin maxis. And it was the first time that I had stood around in like a crypto space and everybody was speaking like another language. Like everything that's built on top of Bitcoin, it's like its own deal. And it kind of is the same way within Cardano too. Whenever I go into like Cardano stuff, like I'm somewhat familiar with the ecosystem, but if you have no exposure to Cardano ecosystem, it is like overwhelming because there is a lot of stuff that is built on Cardano. Anyway, let me close this. So I'm going to remove. I think what we are going to do now is get into our breaking news. This is the one I want first. This is the story I want first. Texas Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill advances to Senate floor. Oh my gosh, congratulations, Texas. Another state had their Another state had theirs fail, and so that is not going through any further. But Texas State Bill SB 21 establishes a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency strategic reserve passed through Texas Senate Banking Committee on February 27th with a 9-0 vote. Holy smokes. All of Texas is bullish on crypto. They are so smart. California could never. I'm in the wrong state, you guys. I love Texas too. I love Texas. This bill gives the Texas, it says comptroller, but it's controller of public accounts. Maybe it is comptroller, but I think it's controller of public accounts authority to acquire, sell, and trade any investment that is prudent investor exercising reasonable care, skill, and caution would acquire. This says Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies serve as a hedge against inflation and economic volatility, and the establishment of a strategic Bitcoin reserve serves as the public purpose of providing enhanced financial security to the residents of the state. I absolutely agree 100%. 100%. You guys, so yesterday I started, it is comptroller. Wow. Okay. I was like, man, they got a typo up in here. So you guys, yesterday, I was talking about dealing with your local representatives. And so I was thinking at first, oh, Vince Fong is Congress. So he wouldn't be the one that I need to talk to. I need to talk to my senator, because the state senators are the ones that need to present these state Senate bills. And so anyway, so I looked up again and I'm like, okay, so it's Shannon Grove here. So we have another one. Actually, one of them is Melissa Hurtado, who's a Democrat. And I was in one of her election campaign videos. And then my friend Shannon Grove, who has been in the oil industry forever. My mom knows Shannon Grove. And she, I don't have direct access to her, but I can get access to her. So, and she likes to advocate for things for our county. And so, so I kind of want to reach out to her now, because she would be the one. And then Melissa Hurtado, she, like I said, she's a Democrat. Now, the people in the state of California mostly are Democrat, and they are not too keen on crypto legislation at this point. And so, yeah, what did you say, Suburban? You owe my mom a bit. My mom in the general chat. You guys, my mom is in the general chat, and she's a degen. You guys know this, I think. You guys know this about my mom. Yeah, she's fun. She's a lot of fun. So anyway, I am just, I'm wanting to get involved on more of like a local level, because I can't sit here and be upset every day that we don't have a California strategic Bitcoin reserve bill, when like I am here in the state of California, live streaming, talking about it every single day. And I'm not going to my local representatives and local officials and requesting this. Like, I mean, I really think that there's a chance that maybe if I make some phone calls, I could get some people on it. So I'm going to let you guys know, because this is, oh my gosh, this is amazing for the state of Texas. Absolutely amazing for the state of Texas. All right. Moving on. My mom, she will watch my live stream sometimes in the morning when she's getting ready. She will like see them on her feed. So sometimes in the morning she'll watch my live streams, but during the day she's at work, so she doesn't respond too much during like daytime hours. But if you ever tag her in my group chat, she'll respond to you. She's super fun. So this says, bank CEO calls out Washington's debanking. And I love this, because this says, recent efforts to debank crypto firms in the U.S. revealed staggering levels of corruption amongst government officials. The problem is not yet resolved. And so basically what it's saying is that there were companies here. This one, Custodia Bank, was trying to work in the crypto sector, and they're like, how do we do this? How do we work alongside you? We want to work with you. We want answers. We want to operate in this fashion. And they were just completely cold in working with them. So I love to see that they're being called out. So, and then of course, as you guys know, stable coins are currently being proposed for several of the different banks. So we're not going to be looking at CBDCs, but now we have these potential stable coins. And so it'll be interesting to watch to see what happens, but there are certain things that have to happen for it to pass through legislation, whether we like that or not. But if it's something where this is a stable coin that is linked to your bank, that is something that you could buy on the open market. So say you had some investment and you wanted to sell it and stable coin it to take it out for renovations on your house. I don't see why you wouldn't want your bank stable coin if that's something that's like guaranteed FDIC. And I know that that's like stupid, right? What do the federal regulators even do? But if it's what's needed to pass, we don't have to have CBDCs. Your bank is just going to offer this stable coin. And not all banks will offer stable coins. Like, look, if you were around in like 2007, 2008 when the housing crash happened, there were banks that they were run on money. The banks did not have money to give people. My brother, you guys know, I got into crypto because of my brother, but he went down to the bank to get his money out at Wells Fargo, and they did not have his money. He had got paid from work, and he wanted to take all of it out in cash. And he was very big into buying like gold and silver at the time, and buying Bitcoin. But they would not give him the money. And so he went and waited in line for the bank to open 3 days in a row. And finally, after the third day, the bank manager was like, "Here is your money. Just quit showing up at my work." And so, you know, you have to want to fight for this stuff. You have to want to fight for the things that are good for us. So going back to, if your state is offering a Senate bill for a reserve, we want that. That's good for our state. That's good for our country. You know, because right now it is just completely, it's out of control, you guys. It's out. And look at Doge is doing its thing. Doge is doing its thing, but you know, we're now what, a month in on this, and you know, how long is Elon going to continue to go? How long is he going to continue to go? So we have to remember that we have to do our part as citizens to fight for what we know is good. And you know, not everybody is, you know, orange pilled like we are. You guys, I wore my Bitcoin orange top today. I was trying to bring the good vibes for Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm totally going to start reaching out to my local reps to see if I can get a state Senate bill proposal going. Hopefully. Oh, so, and then going back to other BS, I don't even have that article up for you guys to share. So I'm just going to stop sharing that for now. But the state of California has a freshman senator, so newly elected senator, who has proposed the MEME Act. I should have pulled this up. I don't know why I didn't. I didn't have enough time to prep today, guys. But so there's a MEME Act. And so what he is wanting to do is to prohibit the president and other elected officials, their children, their family members, et cetera, from launching and profiting from meme coins, cryptocurrencies, etc. Now, let's look at Nancy Pelosi and her. Does she get to, you know, is she forbidden from buying and selling stocks of companies she's making rules for? Because nobody's looking at her. Nobody's doing anything about that. Nobody is doing anything about that. No video, please. I don't want to know what you guys are talking about right now if you guys don't want the video. I know how you guys are. But yeah, so it's up to us to do our part and to fight for what is good and what we want to see, like the positive changes that we want to see in our home states. Like, let's be real. I'm not leaving the state of California. I not at this point anyway. I love California. And so, yeah, there needs to be people here that are speaking out and trying to get like a state Senate bill. Because if not, we're going to have BS like this new senator who puts out this MEME Act, and he's just doing it for attention. He's totally just doing it for attention. And it works. I mean, he caught headlines. I had never heard of this guy before. Couldn't pay Po Man to live in California. I love that, you guys. Let's see here. I'm going to share this story with you now. No, not that one. That one. You guys have probably heard this news by now because this one is fairly exciting and new. The SEC agrees to drop the consensus lawsuit. And this is just widespread across all of the different silly lawsuits that the SEC had going against all of these cryptocurrency firms under the last administration. So Consensus, aka MetaMask, they were in violation version of securities laws, and now we're coming out and saying that, you know, these NFTs are collectibles, they're not securities. And so, you know, there was a lot of gray area. And so it's nice to see all of these lawsuits that are coming to an end. In addition to, I want to shout out Gemini, because Gemini sponsors David Gokhshtein of the Gokhshtein Network, and they had their lawsuit also dropped yesterday. So I'm super excited for them and the folks there at Gemini, because Gemini is awesome and we love Gemini. We love Gemini. We do. We do. So there's 11 of you in here. Shout out to you guys. If you are new here, please give me a subscribe. I'm here every day. My name is Julie Kennis. I talk about all things crypto and news related, and I'm every day at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I might be moving it. I'm thinking maybe noon. I'll do it an hour earlier. So let me know if a noon works for you guys. I don't know, but that's when I think that's when Blocky's been doing his crypto drives, you guys. So I don't want to. It's so hard. I don't know. I know. I love good prime number too. Okay. So before we end the show, I want to get into my Doge of the day is the beautiful Amber Victoria. You guys, I love this girl. I love her. So I wanted to shout her out. I actually put out a thing online looking for people that were doing good things in the space, and no one really had anything good to say. I mean, they had like projects they're working on and things like that. But Amber, you guys, she has been in the back channels and she has been giving a lot of like really inspirational little talks to people and things like that. And so she is an artist that I have interviewed before, and she has been very active in the space. She has been an artist most of her life. She's originally from New York. She lives in California now. And she says here that her collection had just gone live at OpenSea, and that this collection of art is deeply personal, as her life over the last few years have been a big unknown with infertility. So in the back channels, she has been just pouring her heart out to people, and it's really hard to kind of be so vulnerable, especially when you're dealing with like, you know, the unknowns of like growing your family, and especially if you're struggling with that, you know, it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. So through everything that she has been through, she's on the back channels pep talking people and just being wonderful, amazing Amber. And so she created this collection. It has now minted out. It was on base. But she is just so amazing. And her art and that I have seen, like she used to do these characters, and she would do just very like an abstract body and then draw like these little hands and this little head on it. And she just has a super unique art style. Let me see if I can find some more of her stuff. Let's see if I can find more of her stuff. She has, this is a new feature, or I just never do this on here. So she does everything. She does like socks, and she's gone outside with her art and made these really cool pieces outside. This is Amber here. She became sort of like quasi famous on Instagram during COVID. I think it was Instagram and TikTok, making her art. And I have one of her animated pieces like this here, which is like she took inspiration from different things in nature, and she does these like little paint dots, and she kind of just like rubs the art. And it's just really neat to see how she does her process. She actually shares it with you in her videos. And this piece here with the sunset, this is actually an animated piece. And I've always been a huge fan of like animated NFT pieces. And so when she came out with this collection, I had to run and buy one because I love animated NFT pieces. I have an infinity frame, so I've done a couple of infinity frames and whatnot. So I wanted to give my friend Amber a shout out for all that she has been through and all of the good that she does in the space. Thank you, Amber. We love you. So that is the show for today, you guys. Thank you for hanging around, and I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. Bye.